Hey there, Christian here. It is February 14th, 2018, and I am 3 years post-op top surgery. Um, it was actually a couple days ago. I looked at the calendar and was like, I think there's something special about today, and sure enough, it was the day that my chest became mine, a part of me, something that really felt like me, finally. So, I would say the last 3 years has really flown by, and it's crazy because sometimes I don't even remember what a chest was like before that. But I do remember the uncomfortableness, and definitely as I transitioned, not feeling right in my own skin with breasts. So my shirts feel amazing. My scrub tops, since I'm a nurse, have never fit better. It's just heavenly how it fits and just really feels like me. I feel very confident in t-shirts and shirts. You know, dress shirts finally fit right. It's so incredible. I do wish I didn't feel so self-conscious about my scars. I would say that's just one thing that I'm trying to learn to embrace. They are there and they're a part of me, and my brain knows that. But I've still been self-conscious about taking my shirt off out there in the world. So I'm hoping that I can work on that, because that's definitely one of the perks. I mean, hello. But I guess if I look back on my actual surgery, I do have a couple of regrets. There's a couple things that I think I would do differently if I could do it again. The first thing would definitely be to schedule an adequate recovery time. I only was able to take off 1 week after my surgery. I think I had my surgery like on a Friday, and or something like that, I don't remember, but I was only able to take off a week, and I went back to work and I was sore. Now, that didn't really impact my job too much, but I definitely did more stretching as a nurse. I mean, I work with little patients, so that's not a problem as far as lifting, but I remember reaching up on the IV poles and being like, oh gosh, or trying to reach for something, and so the reaching thing, I think, really did exacerbate my scars a little bit and the healing in that. My second regret, if I could do it over, I would schedule it for a time where I had more support. Now, my wife and I were dating at the time, but we were pretty new into our relationship, and so she wasn't able to take off time from work to be with me, and friends, they were able to help out as far as taking me to like my follow-up appointment. But I don't know, I think that there was just so much like thrown at you about like how to care for your scars, signs and symptoms of maybe infection or things like that. And my nipples did get infected, and so I'm not sure if that's kind of why the grafts didn't really take. I don't really have nipples, so it's just kind of a blob. And so I think that if I could do it over again, I mean, that was my second reschedule that I had already rescheduled. I was pretty anxious and ready to have those boobs gone. I mean, come on, let's be honest here. You know, I think to try to be patient and to really factor in adequate recovery time and supports, and stuff, definitely people like to be your ears and your eyes for like what's happening. And I think since I was new in our relationship, maybe I was a little shy to have her help me too much with like my dressings and things like that, because I'm the man, I'll just do it. So, and I think my recovery and my infection definitely was a result from kind of all those things. So if I could do it over again, I would really try to tell myself to be patient, make sure I had adequate recovery time, and people to support me through it, because that was hard. Otherwise, you know, it is what it is. So here we are. These areas are still pretty thick on the sides here, and I think that's what makes me shy about going into the sun, because I don't want it to bring those out more. And then here there's just intermittent fading. It's thinner, so that's cool. There's definitely like an indentation of where my nipple should be there, but no nipple. And then same thing here, like there's some lighter pigmented areas. So I do still feel like it's healing. This nipple kind of does pop out a little bit. And I will say, recently, I'm not too sure when, but recently I have been feeling more sensation around there, which is really kind of cool, because for a long time there just really hasn't been like sensation on my nipples or my grafts or like really around that area. So I feel more in my chest, which is kind of cool. So it's really interesting how your body changes even 3 years into recovery. So that's it on my chest. I'm just happy to be me, and it's part of me. So embrace it, love it. If you don't like it, hit the gym, and someday that'll be on my agenda. I don't have any more surgeries planned for me in my life right now. As it is, I'm comfortable with any other areas of my body, and so I'm cool. And pretty soon, it's gonna be my 4-year update on testosterone. So hang in there. I also have some life changes coming up, but we're hitting 7 minutes, and I'm sure I gotta go check out my kids. So thanks for watching. Thanks for following me. Thanks for supporting me. And this is me. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye.